In the late 1790s, a young America stood at a dangerous crossroads. Just 2 decades after winning independence, it found itself teetering on the edge of another war. This time, not with Britain, but with its former ally, France. No declarations were made, no grand speeches, just gunpowder, betrayal, and a string of deadly encounters on the high seas. This is the story of the Quasi-War. After the American Revolution, France expected loyalty from its old ally. But when France descended into revolution and war with Britain, the U.S. tried to remain neutral under President George Washington. France wasn't pleased. They saw America trading with Britain, their enemy, and felt betrayed. Meanwhile, America struggled to walk a diplomatic tightrope. It didn't want to provoke Britain or France, but neutrality came at a price. In 1797, President John Adams sent envoys to Paris to ease tensions. But what happened next shocked the American public. French agents, known only as X, Y, and Z, demanded bribes just to begin negotiations. The American diplomats refused. When news of the XYZ affair broke, Americans were outraged. Millions for defense, but not 1 cent for tribute, became the national cry. With diplomacy shattered, France ramped up attacks at sea. French privateers, government-sanctioned pirates, began seizing American merchant ships in the Caribbean. In response, Congress authorized the creation of the U.S. Navy. Ships like the USS Constellation and USS United States were quickly built. The Quasi-War had begun. An undeclared naval conflict fought mostly in the West Indies.
Between 1798 and 1800, American warships patrolled the seas, protecting merchant vessels and hunting down French raiders. The USS Constellation scored the first major victory by defeating the French frigate L'Insurgente in February 1799. It was a fierce battle, but the Americans proved their skill. Another skirmish saw the Constellation battle the La Vengeance, resulting in heavy damage on both sides. By the end of the war, the U.S. Navy had captured or sunk nearly 100 French ships. Not bad for a fledgling naval force only a few years old. Back home, the war inflamed political tensions. Federalists, like Adams, wanted to strengthen the military and prepare for full-scale war. Democratic Republicans, led by Thomas Jefferson, accused them of pushing the U.S. toward dictatorship. But Adams held his ground. Against the advice of his party, he sought peace. In 1800, the Treaty of Mortefontaine was signed. The Quasi-War was over. No territory changed hands, no formal declarations were made. But America had won international respect and proven its ability to defend itself. The Quasi-War might be forgotten by many, but it marked critical firsts for the United States. It was the first test of the U.S. Navy, the first major foreign crisis post-independence, and the first time America stood up, not with revolutionaries, but with diplomacy backed by strength. It's a story of pride, of politics, and of power. A war that never officially existed.